put myself on trial and I put myself on judgment for the very first video I made, where I said, the reason I do this is to be a better person and to help other people become a better person. I don't want to seem like anything right now, but I want to be very clear with what I'm going to say. The problem is not a person. It's not any devil. It's us. It's every single person that's looking around and looking for the problem. And so I do put myself on judgment, because every single thing I know I'm going to say is exactly what I'm going to get tested on. It may not be today, tomorrow, or maybe it is. We gotta stop making excuses. We gotta stop being selfish. We gotta stop giving up. We gotta stop judging. We gotta stop condemning people when we look around and put our eyes on someone, forgetting that God made them, forgetting that God thinks about them just as much as he thinks about you, and that you are no more important. The only reason I'm able to say this right now is because I'm at a place of humility, because I lose sight of the most important thing. The best thing you can tell somebody is what you have received, Jesus Christ. And not just telling, but living. We can be the most miserable people in the body of Christ. We have probably the most resistance out of anybody in the world. And we can use that as a tool to be miserable and saying, well, God didn't. Over. How about we find a way to say, you know what? Judgment is not at the end of my life. It's right now. And I hold myself to a higher standard because I believe I can. We shouldn't even question if we'll fail. We shouldn't. We should believe. That's all we're called to do. Believe in the one who was sent, Jesus Christ. He did the impossible. The impossible was not only getting up on that cross. The impossible was taking on every last failure, every last shortcoming that's happened on this earth that some people might not even feel sorry for. But they should. How much he cares to send his son. How much he cares. The message. We want an angel. We want some sort of sign. The angel lived on this earth. The angel was written about 100 years after his life, still impacting people. And we shy away from this. We shy away from being good because it's not cool to be good. It's a trend to speak curses. It's a trend to gossip. It's a trend to be evil. We need to go back to what we believe. Jesus Christ. If we truly believe he died on that cross, if we truly believe that holds the power that it says it holds, then he doesn't stand for that. Jesus sat on that cross humiliated. He didn't care what was cool. And you know what? He was honest. Just as I'm honest. I'm looking at myself because I know I'm talking to myself. Because I'm here to make myself a better person just as much as I'm here to make somebody else a better person. I make these prayers to be real. I make these prayers to be authentic. I'm not. Am I calling myself a fraud? A little bit. Hypocritical? A little bit. I don't want that anymore. I want action. I want affirmative action. And that starts in my mind. My heart, my flesh, Nothing I achieve on this earth is coming with me. I gotta forget about myself. I don't want to make this message long. I'm just here to meet people where they're at. And to be honest, maybe I'm not the most listenable person. Maybe I'm not loud enough. I don't need to be. I need to be exactly who I am right now. And I don't care how many views this gets. I don't. Okay, a little bit. But I care about what it affects. I care about those who aren't cared about because they have no reason to be cared about. I don't love because it benefits me. Well, it does. I'll be honest, it does. But I wish I didn't. I wish I loved because I need to love, because it's good, not because it benefits me. There is so much hope that we are able to bring through our story. Stop looking at yourself too much. Don't look at yourself too much. Just understand that and remember, make it a priority. Make it a priority. Just like whenever you, maybe not you, but me, when I was younger, I would prepare the clothes before I went to school, knowing I was coming fresh. I was coming different than anybody. My creativity was at its fullest. My energy was at its brightest. I was excited. And I had this world of wonder in my mind of how I imagined that day to go. But what stills it is fear. Fear of what people will think. Fear that doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It doesn't want it. And I resist that. I resist the fact that I can't do what I want to do because of what somebody else is thinking, got going on. It doesn't matter. And you know what? If somebody is, it's my job. It's whoever's job on the other side of this who believes in the power of prayer, like the people before us who've led me to just an ounce of hope that rolled into something. Jesus. It started from the beginning of time. God already knew that Jesus was going to die on the cross. He's in all time. He's right now. He's tomorrow. He's the next 5 seconds. He's every word that proceeds out of my mouth. Because I'm following the words that proceed out of his mouth. Not just from the Bible, not just from paper. Stop throwing numbers at people. All right? Where's God's heart? Come back. Come back to that. Where's God's heart? Stop throwing numbers at yourself. Stop condemning yourself. I'm telling you to stop because it's that simple. It's a choice and it's a hard one. It's a humbling one. And to be honest, nobody wants to be convicted. But when we rise back up, it says a message way deeper than your 100 rights that you make. For you to take a stand, it shows valor. When it looks like you're supposed to lose the war and you still go up, it shows valor. I learned that word this week on how to really use it. I wouldn't have used this word, but I love that word. Be who you're supposed to be. Be who you're supposed to be. That's the message for everybody. Be who you're supposed to be. And whatever's around you, just know it's there for a reason. Don't forget that. You don't have to hold me in any regard. But if something you hear what I'm saying can be used in your life and you think it can truly help you and transform you to love God and love others, hold tight to it, just like those garments I laid at the end of my bed, at the end of my, right at the edge of my bed when I was younger. Allow yourself to dream, but be affirmative and be patient in that. I don't know where you are. If you're mature in faith, know that God, He's hit you enough times on the hand. He's yelled at you enough times. He's yelled at you enough. There's a point in which we know better. I'm tired. And that's not any reason I'm saying this. Not because I watched something emotional. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I needed to see what I needed to see. Forget needing the correct amount of rest and the right sleep and whatever else calculations I might be able to make in my mind to tell me why I shouldn't be up right now. I should be up right now. I should be telling you this right now. Because this is going to make me better. And I'm going to watch this video myself as much time as I need. Because judgment starts in the house of God. And I am the church. I am the house of God. I am the dwelling that He decides to reside in. He has chosen me. He's chosen you. If you've gotten this far, I mean, my critique is nothing compared to what goes on in your mind, I'm sure. What you hear from others. I hope I'm not the worst. But, man, love someone. If you can accomplish that, if you can know your why, if you can have some understanding, if you can have forgiveness and love for those who have no reason to be loved, even in your sight, they've wronged you, then you've already achieved everything you need to achieve. If you can continue to do that every day when there's no reason to, forget what the reward is. Yes, I know that's good. And there's so many rewards.